What does the Old Testament say about capital punishment? Have you ever wondered what the Old Testament really says about capital punishment? This topic is quite significant in discussions of ethics and morality, especially within Christianity. The Old Testament presents capital punishment as a legal and moral response to serious offenses. It reflects the gravity of these crimes in the ancient Israelite community. One of the basic principles in the Old Testament is that human beings are created in the image of God. This idea establishes a sacred dignity that must be respected and protected. When this dignity is severely violated, capital punishment is seen as a justified response. The Old Testament views capital punishment as a way to uphold justice and deter serious wrongdoing, especially crimes that threaten the life and well-being of others. Now let's look at some specific offenses that are subject to capital punishment. Murder is a key example. Premeditated murder is consistently condemned and punishable by death. This reflects the value placed on human life. Other offenses include kidnapping, which is taking someone against their will. This act is also considered a capital offense. There are also sexual sins that can lead to capital punishment. Adultery and certain prohibited sexual acts, such as bestiality and homosexuality, are punishable by death. Additionally, child sacrifice and cursing one's parents are other examples of offenses warranting capital punishment. In some cases, even breaking the Sabbath was punishable by death, although this depended on the offender's attitude and circumstances. While the law prescribes death for many offenses, the application was not always automatic. Judges were expected to consider the circumstances and the offender's intent before imposing the death penalty. For instance, the case of a man gathering wood on the Sabbath shows that the community sought divine guidance before carrying out execution. This indicates that capital punishment was applied with caution. The Old Testament's approach to capital punishment balances the need for justice with the recognition of human dignity. It reflects a moral framework where the seriousness of offenses against life and community integrity justifies the ultimate penalty. This framework requires careful judicial evaluation to ensure that capital punishment is applied fairly and justly. Understanding the Old Testament context helps inform contemporary ethical discussions about capital punishment. It highlights the importance of respecting human dignity, even when justice demands severe consequences. The Old Testament sets a precedent for how society must treat crimes that threaten life and order, while also emphasizing the need for measured and just application of punishment. In summary, the Old Testament prescribes capital punishment for a range of serious offenses, particularly those involving harm to others and violations of sacred laws. It underscores the value of human life and dignity, mandates justice, and entrusts judges with the responsibility to apply the law wisely and fairly. This ancient legal and moral framework continues to influence Christian ethical reflections on capital punishment today.